Hello everyone and welcome back to Chapter 5, focused on syllable stress in nouns, verbs, and numbers. Now we're going to take a look at some rules that we saw in the 65 class previous level. We talked about in that class that in terms of syllable stress, although it varies, there's some patterns that we can identify. For example, the overwhelming majority, about 90% of two-syllable nouns, have syllable stress on the first syllable. Say that one more time. 90% of two-syllable nouns have syllable stress on the first syllable. Problem, freedom, baggage. Your language may be similar with this. I know certainly Spanish, there's a rhyme and a reason. More often than not, it's the second syllable that's the strongest in Spanish. So there is a little bit of a rhythm that we can get into with English. And identifying the fact that the majority of two-syllable nouns have initial word stress, right? The first syllable is the strongest. Most two-syllable names also have first syllable stressed. Names in English that have two syllables, you can see the first syllable is the strongest. David, Justin, Sarah, Lauren. So take a look at the compound nouns here. Compound nouns usually have two syllables. Follows this rule, right? Rule number 5.1, our first rule for this chapter. You can jot in your notes. If you look at these examples here, they follow the rule that we just discussed up above. The primary stress usually falls on the first syllable in compound nouns. Compound nouns usually have two syllables, right? Like up above here, two-syllable nouns, the syllable stress is on that first syllable. So first is your answer for rule 5.1. For example, password, password, deadline, deadline, post office, post office. Now you can tell, how do you know a syllable is stressed? It's full and clear, more clear than the other syllables. Remember, unstressed syllables, they're reduced in terms of the vowel sound. The vowel sound is often higher in pitch. The intonation rises in the stressed syllable, and then that vowel sound in the stressed syllable is going to sound a lot longer. Student, student, student. Right? You can hear that U vowel sound much clearly, much louder, and much longer than the unstressed E vowel sound.